So, unfortunately, we did not get out of the polar vortex completely unscathed. You can see the skirting around the tiny house is pulled off here. And that is because we had pipes that froze. Does it smell funny under there, girl? And after I had just cleaned and started really deep cleaning the tiny house, turn on the light here. There we go. Pipe burst. And all this was flooded. This is where the dishwasher used to be. And then it came out to... it almost filled up the whole kitchen and across. It was all the way from one wall to the other through here. And then... I don't know if you guys can see that, but the flooring is at the seams kind of bubbled up. You can see from this angle it didn't come into this back bedroom here, but it was like all the bathroom was flooded into the kitchen and out both sides. But as you can see, you know, there's no trim in this tiny house, so that didn't get damaged. We could probably replace this flooring, but I don't think that we will. I mean, it's slightly bubbled up, but I think probably just a good washing will do. And then we had to pull off the skirting on this side as well. And as you can see, this tiny house is on a hill, so you can get under at this point back here, but up here you cannot, like, an adult cannot fit under this. But with the impending weather, we were searching all over for the water shutoff for this tiny house so that we could turn off the water to the tiny house since we don't use it, and we couldn't find it anywhere. And this tiny house is not heated. It doesn't have any forced air of any kind, so it's not heated or cooled. We put the space heater in there just to keep the pipes from freezing, opened up all the cabinets and things like that so that the space heater could get to our pipes, and we burned that space heater out. And so then we got a bigger one, and it kept the house always over 32 degrees. However, we weren't heating underneath the house, and that's where the pipes burst, was under the tiny house. We have plans to heat this properly. We just weren't really prepared, and we know that you're not supposed to use a space heater as the sole supply of heat for a residence. But it was just kind of like a quick fix to try to prevent what happened. It's all we could do at the moment. So we had family in town. They got here at like 4:45 in the afternoon. I came out here to greet them, and there was no issue. Mike was out hunting. He came back at 6 o'clock, and he could hear the water. Walking down the driveway, he could hear the water pouring out of the tiny house. So we unfortunately had to shut off the water to the main water, so that meant our main house did not have water as well. And about the time that my mom's husband found the shut-off valve for the house and turned that off, Mike had pulled off this skirting and found the shut-off for the tiny house, which apparently is right here under the tiny house. So we were able to get water back to the main house. We are not using this tiny house for anything at the moment. Obviously we want to get this fixed, but it's not top of our priority at the moment. So we're just going to keep this water off. We are going to fix it ourselves and learn from it. And we are looking for a wood-burning stove to place into this tiny house as an actual source of heat for the tiny house. So that's what happened to us for this polar vortex. Worse things could have happened. Oh, also our pool pump cracked because it was not properly winterized like we were told that it was. It's a part that we can replace. The pump itself is fine. It was a connecting piece and water going, like the pipe that brings the water into the pump. That connection is what cracked, so we'll have to get a new valve. But other than that, everybody fared very well. Even my herbs that I had outside, looks like got some scold marks and things like that, but for the most part, they're fine. We can't really complain that much, and I'm a little disheartened by, the fact that I had just started my makeover of this tiny house, and I was feeling really optimistic about it and getting excited to clean it and spruce it up and things like that. So that kind of stinks a little bit, but it's all part of home ownership and it's part of life, You get thrown curveballs every now and again, and you just gotta roll with the punches, and this is just another thing that we have to take care of, and we're learning from it. We're gonna become plumbers here and do some plumbing issues, or deal with some plumbing issues, so expand our education on plumbing coming up. And also installing a wood stove on a tiny house. That's another thing that we're going to be doing. So I hope you guys stick around and catch the videos on that and see if we totally fall on our faces or if we achieve our goals. Thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you on the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by today and joining in on our journey here at Bare Bones Living. We'll catch you on the next one.